Hello guys, welcome to my channel, both new and existing subscribers. It feels so good to finally just be in front of the camera and just be me. No time to think content creating in the streets. That shit is hard. And by the way, I want to thank you so much for the feedbacks you guys have been giving me. It's been really amazing. I mean, it's the fuel I needed for this thing. And to those of us who reached out to me through my phone calls, messages, Instagram, all the platforms that are available, I appreciate you all so much, and I thank you so much. And for those who had a bit to say, a bit to criticize, you all made this better. Thank you so much for demanding the best of me. And for those who expected more because of one reason or the other, I knew I wanted to tell a story. I had no idea I was going to be a videographer, a video editor. Was this directing? The moment I got into it, there were moments I felt like quitting, guys. It was so demanding. It's another fear, and my respect to all content creators, YouTubers, and others. This is quite a journey. And now I have some feedbacks. I have a couple of people have feedbacks that I have to respond to about what this is. I mean, this is not it's not a lifestyle vlog per se. I'm trying to tell a story, and you have to stick to the end of this vlog to understand what this is about actually. And for those asking about travel bookings and all that, I don't have that information right now. It's a really busy schedule, but I will do my research and find out that I can recommend travel agency for you to make it easy. But I feel that it's imperative that I have this conversation with you. I'll just share this episode with you. I'll show you, like, I have separated it into three parts: what I do, how I do it, and why I do what I do. So this is what this episode is going to be about. So yeah, now what I do. So what I do actually is I want to tell stories, but basically at the moment I don't have the resources to tell the stories the way I want to tell them, especially skill set and of course the time to. I don't have the resources to say that story, but so it's a journey. But my kind of stories that I want to tell will be coming up from time to time. So I'm just letting you know that this is not, although you can't tell the Dubai story without some lifestyle. It's not a lifestyle vlog, it's not a lifestyle place, but I'm trying to tell stories. And I do feel like Dubai is their own problem, you know. Dubai has been their own problem. Dubai is the tallest building in the world, the biggest, the biggest mall. Everything is first. I know, and because of that, Dubai has raised the expectations so much so that people expect perfection everywhere, to be clean, everywhere to be beautiful. It's a really beautiful city, but it has been a journey. And as for me, what inspired me was the journey through Dubai, what they have done. And Dubai is aware that they're not as perfect as they think, but they're not looking at the perfection or the imperfections. They concentrate on doing the things that change them from time to time. And you understand that Dubai before now is just a very small area, just a very small country, young history, and they have very harsh weather, different conditions that made it impossible for it to be livable. But now many people are coming, and there's been so much work, so much. I mean, that is inspiring to me, because the kind of stories that I want to tell is this kind of line of stories that are informative, stories that inspire, stories that transform. There's always a message. If you look at my videos, there's always a message about a particular episode. Either, yeah, I'm always trying to pass a message. So that is what I do in my channel. I want to tell more stories that everyone can relate to, and particularly there are particular kinds of stories that are close to my heart that, yeah, you have to stick to the end of this video to know the kind of stories I want to tell. So basically, yeah, this is what this is about. But yeah, how I came about this, how all these ideas and stuff. By the way, for anyone, most of my subscribers now are people who know me. So for those who know me, I have extra love for culture. I'm so much into cultural things and traditions and those things. Than that, the only way I could express myself is how I dress. Most time I always have my African prints or my unique African wear, so it's just expressing my culture, and that idea came from somewhere. So I am a Nigerian. I was born in Cameroon, raised in Cameroon and stuff, with typical Igbo parents. Igbo parents from Nigeria. Igbo is a tribe in Nigeria. So while living in Cameroon, normally the language for Cameroon is English and French. But for some reason, I have to speak Igbo. Everyone in the house has to speak Igbo. And we almost lived in a house as if we were in Nigeria or Igbo. From time to time, you have to travel back home to learn the language. And this man is bringing the culture, but I've never understood that. I've never understood all the energy he's putting into it, and I've never seen my dad in a suit. I've never seen my dad in a suit, and that got me one time. I've had enough at this point. So I walked up in here and said, "Why are you not wearing a suit?" And his response that they changed everything about me. And then they respond, "Imakonyimbu." That's in Igbo. It means, "Do you know who I am?" Now my dad is very, this kind of person, African parent, typical African parent, is never enough. He's telling you it's not, you have to manage, he's always like this humble living. But at this point he's telling me, "Do you know who I am?" This guy was so proud about his culture and the way he transformed into, I mean, that inspired me somehow. So the answer was, you dress, he doesn't have to identify himself. It just, the way he's dressed, is easy to know where he's from, who he is, and all those things. So at that time we used to wear trousers and put it behind below our buttocks, and it was like, is that who you are? So I kept thinking about that for a long time. And unfortunately, one time I was with him on a meeting, and they started giving him eulogies. They praised him. Igwe means chief in Igbo, and he had his staff, and all those things came from the fact that the way he was dressed and all. So it's easy to identify that. And at that moment, it was a transition moment for me. And what else? I fell in love with my culture immediately, and the only way I could express myself is the way I dress, and I go about trying to learn new cultures. So why all this? The moment I stepped into Dubai, the locals, is very easy to identify them all in their white, and the ladies in their black covered, and it's so unique, and I fell in love with that immediately. So for me, let me know what this is about. So, and coming into Dubai, too many cultures, I get to meet so many cultures, and I get to learn, and it's exciting. So, conformity, respect is a very big thing in this culture. Respect for each other's space and stuff, and and soft and things like that. That is the same for my culture too. So I have friends who visit sometimes. They're like, "Wow, these people are really strict, just business." In other cultures, like in the West, sometimes when someone is coming for this in the airport, "How are you? Where are you from? How is this? How is that?" So in Dubai, it's different. It's your business. So that's respect. You don't go into people's personal space and want to know what is happening to them. So it's not like one is better than the other. It's just different cultures, different people from different origins, different backgrounds. So I understood that to be able to live well, to understand people, where they come from, is learning the culture. The culture is valuable in how you interact with people. People have cultural values, and there are shocks in culture that you not imagine that. And for me, those are the kind of things that I picked. And yeah, from there, one thing led to the other. So even in the workplace, differences of culture, like in my culture, you're not allowed to look at someone right into the eyes when you're talking. But in different cultures, you have to maintain eye contact and when you're talking to your boss or someone like that. But in my culture, you don't look at someone directly into the eyes. So these little differences in culture is interesting as far as I'm concerned, and I just want to know more, and I want to know more, and it got me to what I'm doing now. So yeah, this is how I got the idea and what I'm doing right now. But now why I do what I do. So why I do what I do. I bet you did not see this one coming, but it's also part of me. I feel like it's the hardest moment to just be who you are. It's the hardest moment to be a youth. It's the hardest moment to be a parent. It's the hardest moment to be anything. I feel that there's loads and loads of information, and we are all tuned into this information helplessly. You see, the pressure has increased. Now there's pressure to be your career, personal life, every other form. I mean, you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to go anywhere to grab this information. Just in your phone, the screen, virtually, the pressure has increased so much such that it's messing up our minds. It's messing up our minds, every single one of us, and no one is talking about it. So we are always thinking of something that would do, that would change us. You know, so always it makes us like we want tomorrow, like we want yesterday. You know, yesterday's gone. We're looking for tomorrow. I mean, it's such a mess that we are not always in the moment. Like this moment, what is this moment to us? You know, people are not living in the moment, and so depression is the order of day. We're starting to tell ourselves that sometimes you go ahead seeing someone happily walking out, he's not serious. We're starting to tell ourselves that we are not supposed to be happy. We deserve to do something that will change us. So at this moment, it's never okay. We're looking for that moment, and when that moment comes, we're always out of moment with the universe. We're always ahead of ourselves, and so we are not present in the universe. And there's so much, the amount of suffering that has gone into our consciousness because of this is staggering. I don't know, just look around you. I mean, we have this false reality. We have projected a false reality, giving away the truth of us. I mean, the truth is in us, but we can't see it because we are so tuned into this false reality and believe it to be our truth. And so we are not free, because the Christian version of the truth setting you free. But I've come to realize that when you slow down yourself into what you are, into this moment, out of that will come the next thing that you will do that will change you. The next thing that will bring about the necessary change. But we have so much externalized our freedom to, and the noise is too much, and you can become everything, literally. That's what is told recently. And you don't even know what to become. And our freedom has so been externalized, so it's messing up with our own mind. We don't even know how to use our mind. We are not at peace with the moment. We are not at peace with ourselves. So I quit looking at it the way people are looking at it, and can start to look at it from a different part of it. And that's going to be, but I want this space to be a space that we can just share our truth. We are not sharing our truth anymore. We are living so much in this false realities, you know, so because another human connects to another human because of the truth, and that truth is no longer there because the media, your phone, is the only show you people that excelling, so you feel like you're laid back you are not doing something right. But put on the phone, sit in the moment, just look around you. The Chinese used to say that truth waits for the eyes, but it's clouded by longing. The truth is right here, but when you are longing for the future and all those things, we are the reason why we are not at peace. You know, we have some work for ourselves to do, and no one is thinking about it. We are not free because the system, the way everything is moving, it seems to me like it's meant to keep us unconscious. It's meant to keep us in this state. You know, the amount of depression is rising. It's rising. Everyone take care of your mental health. Be careful. No one is telling you what to do. I think this will be the end of today's talking and all that. And see you in the next video, and please don't forget to like the video, subscribe and refer, and thanks for the support. So a lot of this coming in and more, so thank you and take care and be blessed, remain healthy. See you.